Welcome everybody to this new video to Express. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get started with the customization of an actual contact form to Shopify. A really simple integration guide. So first of all, what I want to do is to go inside my Shopify store. I'm going to leave you the link down below in the description, guys, just in case you don't have a Shopify store. So once we are here inside your Shopify, what you wanted to do is to focus inside the online store pages and get started by selecting a customizable contact form. You can always go here into the pod, go for pages, and here I'm going to go for add a page, and I can go for my contact form. So let's say, for example, that we are going to be recruiting people inside our actual store. So I'm going to go here and I go for save. The visibility should be visible, and of course that will be actually it. What I wanted to do is to add an actual application here. So what I'm going to be doing here is to go into the applications and go here for Shopify. Hit into enter and go for Shopify App Store. This one should be sending you directly inside the actual website, the application of the Shopify. These applications were created by and for Shopify. So what you wanted to make sure is that you download the actual application that is called Shopify Forms. All of these applications are totally for free, and it's going to be really helpful for adding elements inside your store. As you should see here, this actual Shopify website is going to be helping you to create forms, to create subscriptions, to do so much more, and be in charge of your custom data. It actually looks really great. You can create subscriptions if you wanted to. So what I wanted to do is to get started, of course, to creating something like that. So just hit it to download. In my case, it's open application. And you might now be inside the actual Shopify forms. Now that we are inside the actual forms, let's go for create form inside the upper side. This is the part where you wanted to create a customizable content. So what I wanted to do is to go for the form name. Remember that we're actually making recruitment. So let's go for recruit the 24. And in this case, it's going to be an inline, not a pop-up. Let's go for create. Now here I have the fields. In this case, it's going to be the company and customer. So in this case, what I want to do here is we only have the first and the email. So let's go by adding more fields. For example, I'm going to go like and add a last name. It's going to be a required field, of course. I'm going to go for a phone number. I can add, I don't know, maybe like a birthday. And since we already have all of this, I can add a new field here. And we can add, let's say, for example, like a drop-down list, a radio button, a multi-line text, multiple choice, date, and so much more. So I can go for example, the radio button, and I can choose genre. And here my option text should be male, should be female, and another option should be non-binary. And lastly, should be a required field. As you should see, my actual form is going to be taking place. Now this is part what you want to format and start your contact form page, not before, making sure that you have all the elements added inside your actual element. I'm going to lastly add a new field, new one, and here I'm going to go for multiple choice. In my case, since I want to recruit somebody here, let's go for what is your category of interest. Of course, because this should be a required file. Now I choose for done. And now here's my category of the interest. It looks great so far. So let's go here into my button label and go for submit, should be here. And lastly, what I'm going to be doing here is just to make sure that I have now the typography available. So in this case, you can choose whatever you want to. In my case, I'm going to just leave it like that because actually it looks great. Lastly, here I do have the email notification. So send an email for each submission to this form. Now I'm going to go into the upper side and hit into save. This is the part where you can now get started with the format and the styling of your content. So let's go here into view the segment. So if you wanted to, you can create a new landing page or add this directly inside the web that you have just created. For example, here, this is the title, the group number 4. And this one actually is going to be creating a landing page for me, and I can open this into the theme editor and automatically it's going to be added here inside my page of my website. So check it out how it actually looks. If you wanted to do this manually, let's say for example that I go back here into the editor, and let's say that I already have an actual page for this specific form? Well, in that case, I need to go here into my online store. Let's go for customized. And inside customize, what you wanted to do is to choose a segment you wanted to add your actual element. For example, here inside the About Us, apply as a partner, and here's the recruitment field. So what I'm going to be doing here is, of course, to delete here. I'm going to go here into template, let's go for add section, choose application, and choose form. This one is going to be asking you for a form ID. This is the part where you wanted to go back, and of course make sure that you have the form ID that appears in here. So I copy this form ID, which is in the placement section, or into the upper side, go for more action and copy form ID. So this form ID, you copy it. Let's go back here and paste my form ID. Automatically, this actual form should be pasting like this. Lastly, this is the part where you wanted to customize your actual form. For example, let's say that the text should not be black, but let's say something bluer like this. And the button background should be changed for redder. The button label, the links, the errors, all of that should be appearing here. So you can see that it actually takes form. What we can do now later on is just to edit much more as we are editing our element, but in this case actually it actually looks great. Let's go here into save, and there we go. We can change the alignment from right to left to the center, whatever. So there you have it, guys. We can add a link to your navigation and you can preview and publish it. Before you make any content form live, you can go into the three dots, go for view, and make sure that everything looks as intended. Once you are satisfied with what you're seeing inside your website, when you're actually good to go. In my case, you can see that it actually doesn't look so bad. What is your category of the interest? I needed to change it because I wanted to focus only into one of them and hit the submit button. And there you have it, guys. This is a really easy way of how you can get started with a customizable contact form. So guys, just in case you have any questions, you can leave it down below in the comments below. If you find this tutorial helpful, just give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more e-commerce insight, and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys, and hopefully we can all see you on a brand new video of TechExpress.